up, trying to make it interesting. Gonna add some oregano to this thing that I got going on in this car. It's probably more interesting than anything that you've seen by far. And I'd like to think that I can offer something more than all the stuff that people are offering right now. And that's not because of my ginormous ego. That's not because of my unlimited pride. Well, pride's ego, ain't it? Come up with another word. My unlimited confidence? Confidence is positive. Let's say confidence. My unlimited talent. True. Very true. My unlimited talent. No, I got a lot of talent. But the reason why I do is because it comes from God. And I trust God more than I trust any of you. All the people. Thank you for the turn signal. I know you're far away, but I really appreciate you. Anyway. You know you're gonna go for this. Yeah. I really like this. But this chord progression makes me so sad. Yes, it does. But that's okay to be sad. Because if you accept being sad, you can get to the other side. But so many people choose to run and hide from anything that's ever so slightly negative. All because it's negative don't mean it's terrible. All because it's sad, all because it makes you mad doesn't mean that it's bad. It doesn't mean that it's bad. It doesn't mean that it's bad. And I wish I could get this point across. And I know that life is hard. I know that everything is a challenge. But maybe it's supposed to be a challenge. And maybe you should stop being a pansy and accept the challenge. Cause God really wishes that you would use him. Really? We're gonna make it work eventually. God really wants you to use him. Man, I'm sorry, Vortex. This is terrible. It went sour quick. He's like, really? This is the song that you choose to represent me? Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, God talks to me this way. I probably have the most anti-PC relationship with the Lord. And it's the most earnest, genuine, sincere, what have you, relationship with the Lord. I'm never bored. And I like to think that he isn't either. God is so bored with the church. He wanted me to tell you that. He's so bored with the bishops. He's so bored. You're so boring. He's so bored with the ministers. He's so bored with the preachers. He's so bored. That's why he put me here. To get all the bishops and the ministers and the preachers shun. That's kind of why he sent Jesus to the earth, to be crucified, to be sacrificed, to prove that God is loved, 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 God is love. Our Are any of these churches a good representation of love? Are any of these pieces of shit that falsely call themselves Christian, are they representing love? I doubt it, I doubt it. But who am I? I'm just some regular ass white bitch living in the suburbs. I don't pretend to know everything. I don't pretend to be the smartest person in the room, but I know what I have. 'Cause I understand it, 'cause I went out of my way to understand it, 'cause I analyzed it. Cause I no longer wanted to be overpowered by it. You know? I don't think you understand that, Vortex. It's okay though. I'm here for the mentally ill people. I'm here for those that get shunned by the church. I'm here for those that get shunned by all of the crusty ass republicans who can't get anything done because they hate God and they love communism. Okay? Fuck them. Fuck them. But I am not here to declare who's gonna burn in hell. You know, I do a lot of satirical material in that, but you know, I mean, obviously it's satire. But it's like, I don't fucking know who's gonna burn in hell. That's not up to me. That's up to the Father. He decides on your judgment day what happens to you. That ain't up to me. So for people making these declarations, like, they're interpreting the scripture the way that they want to. And like, the thing is, I mean, I think that there is like a right way to look at the scripture. Obviously, like, I'm pretty hardcore about it, but at the same time, it's not up to me to judge people for whatever they choose to do, or, you know, if they're falsely interpreting it. You know, personally, I don't agree with homosexual marriage, but you know, that's up to God. If he's gonna smite that church, he's gonna smite that church. You know, like, it's just so silly. Like, their tactics are so dumb. Like, not only are they not going to get any new followers, but they're losing credibility at the same fucking time. They're shooting themselves in the foot over and over and over again. But that's the authority for you. That's what they do. Anytime that there's corruption, I always smell some authority figure pretending that they know what's what. So all these people, they can talk a bunch of shit about Bill Gates. It's like so fucking stupid. Like, we're gonna follow the money with Bill Gates. It's like, we all know that he's like fucking megalomaniac. You know? It's like all these motherfuckers, it's like they're just puppets. So like, all the time that we spend like talking about how evil they are, it's like, that's exactly what the elite want, because it's just a waste of our breath. It's a waste of our energy. It's a waste of a YouTube video. Let's point out once again these people that are evil and terrible and trying to control the world, playing God or whatever. It's like, well, you're doing the same fucking shit. Like, I know that like people think that they're in the right, trying to like expose corruption and shit like that, but it's just like, there's not much we can do about it. We have to like separate ourselves from that. You know, like, that's really the only choice that we have, because these people will still be in power and they'll still have money and they'll still have all this influence over the media and over, you know, the direction of science or whatever the fuck, you know, like, that's just the way it is. So all these people exposing what have you, it's just such a waste of fucking time. But you know, who am I, right? Once again, some white bitch from the suburbs. What the hell do I know? But I'm just saying, like, It's just like all this stuff that people say and do. It's just such a waste of time, and it's so like, it's counterproductive, it's counterintuitive, it's not going to accomplish anything. It's really not going to change anything. So all the people, like for example, like say you do a video like exposing Bill Gates. No offense to Derrick Broze, I fucking love you, Derrick. I think you're a genius, and I think that you're so right about so many things. Thank you so much for introducing me to agorism. I love you, I love you, I love you. But he's an actual journalist. That's why you've never heard of him. But he does actual work and cares about victims and shit like that. Yeah, it's like I see a lot of people like, and it's not just him. It's like a lot of people like trying to expose like the puppets. They're exposing the puppets, but it's like, what is that going to accomplish? You know, but it's just like we know that these people are corrupt. They're not even people. I mean, they're like reptiles or whatever the fuck. Like. So it's just kind of dumb. Like we should be investing our efforts elsewhere. Like we know these people are bad. We know that they're up there and we're down here. So we might as well just make the most of whatever we have down here and try to, you know, utilize the gifts that we've been given and consolidate. Like, consolidate. Consolidate is where, like, you put stuff in a sort of orderly fashion. Yeah, that makes sense. Consolidate our efforts, isn't that what people say whenever they're trying to get shit done? Yeah, I mean, I just don't give a fuck about Bill Gates. Like, I know that he's, like, he plays God. It's like, yeah, they all do. But they pretend like they have all this money and they have all this influence, but they're working for the people that are actually playing God. So they're not actually talking about those people. The only person I've heard talk about those people is Zachary Hubbard, who has the Gematria Effect channel on YouTube. This is his 22nd channel, I believe, because the other 21 channels have been deleted. You know, my friend Luke just pointed this out. He said that whenever you get demonetized, he was like, they're essentially calling you a demon. Isn't that funny? I can't believe that I don't think of these things. But see, this is why it's important to hang out with as many different people as possible, because they can give you another perspective. And they can point out stuff that you weren't brilliant enough to point out. So thank you, Luke. Appreciate it.